Good morning, everyone. I welcome you again to my YouTube channel. Benga Adetiton is my name. Today, I want to talk to you about how to generate book ideas. How to generate book ideas, or how to write a book in the short possible time. How is it that others are writing books? Some people are not able to write books. So how can I be able to write book? Somebody has said every individual can write at least one book, and that book is the life history of that individual himself or herself. So you can write all the events that have happened to you till date. That is already a book. Now, how will one generate ideas for book writing? If you watch this video to the end, I have a very important tip for you. So I want you to hold on and watch this YouTube video to the end. Now, there was an author that I know about. Is a best-selling author in Nigeria. And he said he does not write books. And then we keep writing for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 year. And you say, I'm still on that book. No, he doesn't do that. You say, well, all he does is that if time just comes, just say, I want to write a book. He will just pick up and go to his printer. And the moment he gets to his printer, he tells the printer, I want to write a book. The printer will give him a piece of paper, and piece of paper, plain sheets, and he will write, and he will write and write and write and write and write and write and write, and then they will give it to the printer in like 1 hour or 2 hours. He will write and give it to the printer, and the book will come out. The printer understands his handwriting, and then the book will come out. Within 2 hours, how is he able to write the book and the book come out? Number one way to generate ideas for book writing is for you yourself to be a book reader. You yourself must be a book reader. The more you read, the more experiences you have, the more you are able to also write in your own way. You've read based on the experiences of others. You've seen what they went through. You've seen what their own views about things. And you also have your own mind. And you've read in different fields, from different people writing on the same thing, and from different perspectives. So you also can write your own perspective. So that is one way. Read a lot of books. When you read a lot of books, you become a generator of ideas, of book ideas. The book ideas just begin to flow from you also when you read. Another thing you need to do is to listen to stories. You listen to stories. It can be stories told you anywhere. It can be story told you from anywhere. You listen to those stories, and then you imbibe them, and you take them and you utilize them in your own book writing. Another thing you need to do is to watch movies. To watch some movies. Every movie is a storyline. Every movie is a storyline. So you watch the movie. This is how it started, and this is how it ended. This is how it started, this is how it ended. Most movies most Chinese films, like Jackie Chan film, Bruce Lee films, you see that Jackie Chan, something will happen, and somebody maltreated Jackie Chan, or Jackie Chan's friend, or Jackie Chan's sister, or Jackie Chan's girlfriend, or somebody that related or close to Jackie Chan. And then Jackie Chan is now, maybe somebody was kidnapped or taken away, taken captive, or something was stolen. Jackie Chan will not go after that individual, those individuals in most cases. And then when they get there, he try to fight to get in. And when he gets in, you see that they will hold him captive. After the fight, they will hold him. And then somebody will come, and the person will just give him a way to escape. And the person will escape from while they tied him or they lock him in somewhere. He will try to come out. And the moment he come out, his power will come, and then he will beat all of them. He will run, they will try to get him, and then he will jump from one distance, he will escape, those are the storylines of Chinese films. So if you watch a lot of Chinese films, your mind will have that notion. Now you want to bring that film to an American writing. You may want to write a fiction, American fiction. So what you now do is to take that experience you have gotten from that film. You will not put Jackie Chan in the name. You just put another name. It's a fiction. And then you put another name. Instead of all those jumping, most things are not common in America. You change it based on own personal experience. But you have gathered the initial initiative from the films you watched. You can even be Nigerian. Nigerian films, somebody will just use black power to do some things. And then that's how the person that they are doing some things on black power is will be suffer or be disadvantaged until later on, then the truth will come out and the person will become free. So if you want to write a book, you have seen how Jackie Chan is, you have seen how Nigerian movies are, what about the Indian movies, what about other movies? All these experiences, put them together. Then you on your own, you will now, based on your own personal experience, you will now put it down. And that's how you write a book. It must come from your experience. Maybe you are reading about technology, you are writing about anything. You must have read a lot about that area that you are writing for you to be able to make something. Then you also need to listen to radio. You need to listen to the news about events that are happening. You are trying to write some things and relate to some things. When you listen to the news, it also gives you perspective of what is going on in your environment. Another way is by your intuition. Your intuition. Your intuition. The idea just comes. That this is what you want to write about. But usually the intuition aspect all comes from the past experiences, from the past books you've read, from the past stories you've had, from the past radio you've listened to, from the radio programs, from the past news items, from the past things you've read. All these also assist your intuition. Then you need to pray to God to assist you and to enable you to be able to write. So it's God that will now bring all the ideas to you. And then when you put it in a way, then it becomes acceptable to people. They try to tend to buy it. Then you also need to plan. You have to plan on how you want to write, what you want to write. You have to plan. I've told you about somebody who will just go to the printer and he will write what you want to write. You have read so many books. I heard about an individual. He didn't go to university. He is a pastor. He went to a seminary where they train him to be a pastor. So he knew that many people are graduating from school and then joining pastoral work. So he determined that what did they go to university to do? They go to university to read, to study, to read books. Books is what make them, there's nothing special. It's just the books that is the main thing. So he determined that since he didn't go to university, he's going to read more books than even those who went to university. So this man, even though he went to seminar school, if he's telling you something about medicine, you think he's a medical doctor. If he's telling you something about finance, you think he read banking and finance or accountancy or economics. Why? Because he developed himself. He read books in different aspects and he read a lot. In fact, that individual told me some time ago that I attended this program. He said he made up his mind that he attended a training and he paid very huge amount. That training is training him how to read a big book of about 100 pages in 2 hours and retain 80% of what you read. A big book of more than 100 pages, of about 200 pages, read it in 2 hours and you retain about 80% of what you read. There's a training he attended on that. That it was that individual. Another thing you have to do after planning is you have to now write one book first. Don't wait and say, I want to write 100 books. How will I write it? Just write the first one first. Then write the second one. Then write the third one. Then write the fourth one. Then write the fifth one. Then write the sixth one. Then write the seventh one. Then write the eighth one. Then write the ninth, the 10th, the 20th, 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th, 70th, 80th, 90th, and then you write 100 books. So you can be a good book writer. You can write books like that individual that just went to the printer. Your own case may not be that just go to the printer, but at least your own life history. You can start with that. Till date, you are 30 years old, you have seen some things in life. You are 20 years old, you have seen some things in life. You are 40 years old, you are 50 years old, you have seen some things in life. Pen it down, write it down, all your experiences, write it down. How you were born, your primary school, your secondary school, if you have gone to university, if you are going to your polytechnic education, and other things that you have gone through. You write them down, you write them down clearly. And then when you are writing, use simple sentences. When you use complex sentences, it makes it difficult. Then, if what you are writing is for children, use language that children can understand. Don't go and be using big vocabulary. Even if you are writing for adults, don't use too many big vocabularies because it's going to put some people away from reading your book. But definitely there must be some big vocabularies that are not a common use in your book. So that people can also refer to a refer to the dictionary to be able to learn new words from reading of your books. So these are just a few tips on how to write your first book, how to write book. These are how ideas are generated. If you are going to generate ideas, you will be a reader. You will read. So what you have read, then you can pen them down in your own way. You must listen to stories. You must observe also. Observe what is going on around you in a particular setting. I look at the books, some books by Wole Soyinka. Take for instance Abeabo and the Trials of Bodajero. I read them. All this, what he was just saying in that material, is just depicting what is happening in the white garment churches, in quotes in some places, and then in some churches in some places, and the Abeabo. And then I look at it, the Trials of Bodajero. He's just trying to portray and to show, and that was what he wrote. He's writing about. So yeah, I was waiting that maybe Soyinka brought, he has a kind of magic that is using. No, it's just what is happening around him, but it's not happening in some other parts of the world. What I'm saying applies to if you want to get a title for your YouTube video, if you want to get a title for your blog too, it applies. Because some people have asked me, how can I get a title for my blog? And every time you just get a title, how would the title be generated? Everything going on around you, you write about them. You thought everything that is going on around you, everybody knows it. Some people don't know it, and so it's when you bring it out in your own way that they will now look at it from your own perspective. The way you see things is different from the way others see things. So when you bring it out the way you see it, that's when other people will see it that way too. The Wole Soyinka was given a Nobel laureate in 1985 by writing some of these books. Somebody wrote about Ogboju Eledumare. It's then the Wole Soyinka wrote it as the something of a thousand forests and something like that. He modified it. He read that and he modified it because it's something he had read and then modified it and put it down in English. So let's wake up and read and watch movies and apply some of these things. In fact, I see some musicians that are new musicians today, that are young musicians today, even though they sing hip hop or whatever that they sing today, but you see them going back to Haruna Ishola, old music, and then old songs, and then they bring it, and then they modify it, and then they give it modern beats, and then but that is what they are singing. Sometimes I tell somebody that what these people are singing is making sense. You may think it's not making sense. It's making sense. They modify it. They modify it. What the old generation took time and time to explain, and they are giving people today. They just take just one aspect from it and they elaborate it, and then they sing it in the song. So in book writing, you also can do that. Look for very very old books. Look for very very old books that are no longer in existence. People have not read. Then you bring out something out of it, and you get a good book. So these are a few tips of how you can be able to generate ideas to write your book. So I'm looking forward to you writing your first book, just your own life story. If you don't know how to put it down in English, you can call me or meet with me, and then some of my friends that are into writing, I myself, I do ghost writing, so I can help you to write the book for a fee. We discuss how much you're going to pay, and then I can help you to write the book. You just tell me the story, you tell me the area you want to write on, or if it's about your life, I can get information about it and I'll pen it down for you, and then you'll be able to use it and utilize it. And then you can also help you to write blog articles. We also do that for a fee, and you can help you to generate ideas, titles, and topics for different things that you want to do. So you can give me a call and send an email to me at neubenga@yahoo.com, neugbenga@yahoo.com. You'll be glad you did. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and then after subscribing, click the notification button. Other areas that you want me to talk about that I've not talked about in this in my videos so far, you can send me a mail or drop comments below on areas you want me to talk about that you think you need somebody to talk about. Write it down in the comment section below. The notification button is there, and it's just there. Just click on it, and then after that, subscribe and then click notification button. Please, I need you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Tell other people to subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe so that I can be able to grow the YouTube channel. I want you to reach at least 5,000 subscribers in the next few weeks. So I'm depending on counting on you. Help me to share it and tell people that they should subscribe. This is the YouTube channel for you. We'll talk to you some other time. Bye for now.